Some were fed dry and hulled rice that punctured their windpipes, or were made to swallow poisonous powdered fertilizer. Others were smothered with a wet towel, strangled, or allowed to starve to death, or just simply left in a dustbin on the street.
Sterilization undergoes.
Female infanticide is the intentional killing of baby girls due to the preference for male babies, and from the low value associated with the birth of females. The phenomenon of female infanticide is as old as many cultures, and has likely accounted for millions of gender-selective deaths throughout history. In many cultures, government permitted, if not encouraged, the killing of handicapped or female infants or otherwise unwanted children. It remains a critical concern in a number of third world countries today, notably the two most populous countries on earth, China and India. In India, for example, because of Hindu beliefs and the rigid caste system, young girls were murdered as a matter of relationship. When demographic statistics were first collected in the 19th century, it was discovered that in some villages no girl babies were found at all. In all cases, specifically female infanticide reflects the low status accorded to women in most parts of the world. Arguably, the most brutal and destructive manifestation, the anti-female bias that pervades patriarchal societies, is closely linked to the phenomenon of sex-selective abortion, which targets female fetuses almost exclusively. The neglect of girl children. Still in many places, girl child is still a curse word. India actually already had one daughter, so when she gave birth to a second girl, she killed her. For the first 3 days of her second child's short life, Lakshmi admits she refused to nurse her. But despite the risk of execution by hanging, and about 16 months of a much ballyhooed government scheme to assist families with daughters, in some hamlets of Tamil Nadu, murdering girls is still sometimes believed to be a wiser course in raising consequence. A daughter is always liability. How can I bring up a second? Lakshmi, 28, answered firmly when asked how she could have taken her own child's life 8 years ago. Instead of her suffering the way I do, I thought it was better to get rid of her. A study of Tamil Nadu by the Community Service Guild of Madras similarly found that female infanticide is rampant in the states, though only among Hindu rather than Muslim or Christian families. More of the 1,200 families covered by the study, 740 had only one girl child, and 249 agreed directly that they had done away with the unwanted girl child. More than 203 of the families had more than one male child, whereas half the respondents had only one daughter. The bias against females in India is related to the fact that sons are called upon to provide the income. They are the ones who must do most of the work in the field. This way, sons are looked to as a type of insurance. In this perspective, it becomes clearer that the high value given to males decreases the value given to females. The problem is also intimately tied to the institution of dowry, in which a family of a prospective bride must pay enormous sums of money to the family in which the women will live after marriage, not to mention the wedding expenses. Though formally outlawed, the institution is still pervasive. The murders of women whose families are deemed to have paid insufficient dowry become increasingly common. India is also the heartland of sex-selective abortions. Those women who undergo sex determination tests and abort or knowing the fetus is female are actively taking a decision against equality and the right to life for girls. Despite a law banning sex-selective abortion is enforced for decades, as many as 500,000 female fetuses are aborted each year in the country. Portable machines are taken to remote villages by cycles. Sex determination has become a lucrative business. As a consequence, infanticide has given way to feticide. In many cases, of course, the women are not independent agents, but merely victims of a dominant family ideology based on preference for male children. India, poised on what we are told is a growth boom, is being torn apart from within. The law against the giving and taking of dowry has not lessened the practice. In fact, there's been an increase in the scale of dowry that commodifies both the woman and the relationship. Indian state governments have sometimes taken measures to diminish the slaughter of all infant girls and abortions of female fetuses. Flexible government policies coupled with grassroots efforts had some impact, even in those districts of Tamil Nadu where the girls were killed after birth. For couples with one or two daughters and no sons, if the one parent undergoes sterilization, the government will give the family aid per child. The money will be paid in installments as the girl goes through school. She will also get a small gold ring on her 20th birthday, small lump sum to serve as her dowry or defray the expenses of higher education. 4,000 families are enrolled in the first year, with 6,000 to 8,000 expected to join annually. Sustained social campaigns, a few financial initiatives, scholarships, self-help groups for women, and other administrative measures are outlined under the new legislation, made a remarkable difference in few areas. Such programs have, however, barely begun to address the scale of the catastrophe. But it's only a silver lining. The big change will come when we stop this conspiracy of silence.